Hello my purple banditos and welcome to Let's Play Pokemon White version Randomizer Nuzlocke. I'm PurpleRodri. This is an adventure that I've been planning for quite a while, so what do you guys say we go ahead and get it started?
Hi there! Welcome to the world of Pokemon! My name's Professor Juniper. Everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. That's right, this world's widely inhabited by a mysterious creature called Pokemon. Pokemon have mysterious powers. They come in many shapes and sizes. We humans live happily with Pokemon. We complement each other. We help each other out to accomplish difficult tasks. Having Pokemon battle one another, it deepens the bonds between people and Pokemon, and that's why I research Pokemon. Well, that's enough for me. Could you tell me about yourself? Are you a boy or a girl?
So with that guys, we are going to go ahead and choose the boy character.
You're a boy, right?
Yes.
I'd like to know your name. Please tell me.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and put in my name. So hey, how's it going guys? My name is Rodri. Once again, I will be your Pokemon trainer throughout this adventure. So let's go ahead and put it in.
Your name's Rodri?
Yes.
So, your name's Rodri. What a wonderful name. Well then, I'm gonna introduce you to two of your best friends. This young man's Cheren. He can be a little difficult, but he's a very honest person. This young woman is Bianca. She's a little flighty, but she works very hard. I think you three have potential, so I'm gonna give you a very, very important Pokemon. Rodri, the moment you choose that Pokemon that will accompany you on your journey, your story will truly begin. During your journey, you will meet many Pokemon people with different personalities and points of view. I really hope you find what's important to you in all these travels. That's right, befriend new people in Pokemon and grow as a person. That is the most important goal. Let's go visit the world of Pokemon.
Rodri, I heard from Professor Juniper we can have a Pokemon. What's keeping Bianca?
Am I a little late again? Sorry!
Bianca, I've known for 10 years that you have no sense of time, but seriously, today's the day we can get a Pokemon from Professor Juniper.
I know, sorry Rodri, sorry Cheren. So, where are the Pokemon? They were delivered to Rodri's house, so Rodri gets first pick.
Naturally. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have been given our first 3 starter Pokemon to choose from. Now, as I mentioned, this is a Randomizer Nuzlocke, so the first thing I'm going to explain is the randomization. All Pokemon on routes have been randomized, all trainer Pokemon have been randomized. That includes gym leaders, Elite Four, and the champion, as well as our rivals. So everything in this game has been completely just randomized, even the items that are going to be out in the field.
I brought 3 Pokemon, one for you and one for each of your friends. Please settle your choices politely. Enjoy your Pokemon, Professor Juniper.
So let's go ahead and see what starters have been randomized as well, because this is going to start off our adventure, and I'm really excited to see what the game has given us. So the first one is the Water-type Pokemon Ducklet, and then we move on to the Electric-type Pokemon Minun, and then we have the Normal-type Pokemon Watchog. So this is a pretty good mix of Pokemon. Now, which one to choose? I think I know which one I'm going to go for, and I'm going to be choosing the Ducklet. I really like a water type as a starter, and he looks really, really cute. I mean, he looks like a little starter. With that, we chose Ducklet, and that is going to be the first member of our team, which is really awesome. So, you know, the randomization is going to make this adventure an absolute blast, as well as much more difficult, because we have no idea what is coming. I gotta tell you guys, there are going to be legendaries popping out of nowhere. There are going to be some of the strongest Pokemon coming when we can't even expect it. So I know that it's going to be a really tough journey, but I am so excited to get started. And here we go, Rodri versus Bianca. So let's go ahead and take on our rival Bianca then and see which Pokemon she chose. Let's see what our rivals are going to be bringing to the table. So she picked the Minun, so that means Cheren got the Watchog. Now, one thing I actually did do, because I thought it would be really, really cool if we could do that, was that I made it so that the rivals actually keep their starter. So I thought that we could have a little bit of continuity there, and that they could keep at least one Pokemon throughout the adventure, so that they don't feel too lonely that they have to mix up their Pokemon every time. And I thought it's really cool to go about that. I know that starters always mean a lot to me, and I feel like they mean a lot to a lot of people, so it's something that I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and take down this little Minun though. It's cool though that they actually gave Bianca a Pokemon with a type advantage against us. That's what the randomization does for you. Now, I'll also go ahead and explain some of the rules of the Nuzlocke, so let me just go ahead and say that really quickly. Now, the Nuzlocke rules are very simple. Once you enter a route, the first Pokemon you encounter, that is the only Pokemon you can catch. Now, I will be having a dupe clause in this, so if we bump into a Pokemon that we've previously caught, we can run around the route and catch another one. Also, if your Pokemon ends up fainting throughout the adventure, your Pokemon is out for the duration of the journey, so that is what we have to be very, very careful about. Let's hope that we don't end up losing all our Pokemon. I've successfully completed one Randomizer Nuzlocke before, so I feel pretty good that we'll be able to make our way through this one as well. With that, we took down the Minun though, gained some XP, and with that, guys, we have gone ahead and grew to level 6. So very cool. We learned Defog this early on. Awesome, I'll take it. We defeated Pokemon Trainer Bianca, and there we have it. That is the first battle that we actually succeeded on, but it also looks like Bianca has destroyed our room. I don't know about you, but when I used to have friends come over as a kid, I would always make sure that my room was really, really tidy because I wouldn't want my parents to see it all super dirty because I knew they wouldn't allow them to come over again. So the fact that Bianca is over here just destroying your room, it makes you think like probably not a good idea. Probably not the best idea to go ahead and just mess this room up. So let's go ahead and see what else they have to tell us.
Hey, Cheren, why don't you battle?
Oh boy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. I am very sure that we're gonna have to battle Cheren now. It's excited. You'll be my opponent up in our first Pokemon battle. Let's see what you can do with my Pokemon. Here we go, Rodri versus Cheren. So let's go ahead and take on Cheren. Now this is gonna be a lot of fun because he's got the Watchog. Cheren's always been one of those characters for me that really stands out as well. I gotta tell you guys, Pokemon White, it's one of those games that has one of the most beautiful stories, and it really called out to me. The fact that I chose this game to do the Randomizer Nuzlocke on was because I feel a strange connection to the Unova region. I really, really love the story behind it, and I feel like this is one of those regions that I really wanted to explore more with you guys. So I think I've chose a really good one, and I hope you guys are really excited for that as well. Make sure you guys give this video a like, as it really helps the series, and it is much appreciated. Let's go ahead and take down this Watchog then, because I am ready to continue on our way. And this will be very, very good if we could take him down. We're probably going to end up growing a lot of levels before even making our way to the first gym. Now, I will be catching as many Pokemon as possible, so don't worry about that, guys. I'm going to try to just catch as many Pokemon in our boxes, because you never know when you'll lose a Pokemon here and there. I hope we don't lose too many, but you never know. With that, we gained some XP. We're probably going to grow a little bit more because that Watchog was really strong. There we go. So we're level 8 already, just heading out into the adventure. We defeated Pokemon Trainer Cheren. So that's a Pokemon battle. We got 500 for winning. I made a strange blunder at my first battle, but this feeling I have, I'm finally a trainer. And that's really how it feels. I imagine that beginning your journey, regardless of if you begin with a strong start or begin by losing your battle, it must just feel amazing overall to just start off with a Pokemon. And that's what I'm really, really excited for, guys. So I am so glad that we're going to begin this adventure. So let's go ahead and make our way downstairs then and see what our mom has to say. Let's see what mom's doing these days down here.
I'm very sorry about all the trouble, ma'am. We can clean up.
Cleaning up? No worries, I'll take care of it later. Shouldn't you be on your way to meet Professor Juniper?
Yes, thank you. Please excuse us. Come on, let's go to thanks to Professor Juniper. I'll be waiting, Professor Juniper's lab. Oh wait, I've got to go home first. Thanks for having us over.
Yeah, thanks for coming over, Bianca. My room's still a mess. It looks like a tornado. It looks like earthquake was used up there. All right? It looks like someone ran through there with earthquake and then maybe threw in like a whirlpool or like just completely messed everything up there. You guys don't even want to go back. Mom, you don't want to chuck up the room up there. You know, just stay down here, Mom. Just stay down here. You know, there's something on TV. No worries. You don't got to go up there. With that, guys, we received the X transceiver, and that is going to be helping us out quite a bit. So let's go ahead and actually find our rivals as well, because they've gone ahead and made their way to the professor's lab. So that's something that we need to do today as well. Let's go see what Bianca's doing, though. And we have officially took our first steps into the Unova region. What a beautiful day it is indeed. This region is really, really gorgeous. I gotta tell you guys, I can't wait until we see some of the most beautiful places in this region.
No, 1,000 times no! But I'm a good trainer who got a Pokemon and everything. I can totally go on an adventure. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. I'll be waiting for you in front of the lab, okay?
Whoa, that is really just sad. I guess Bianca's parents don't want her to go on an adventure with us, and that is actually pretty sad that her parents aren't supporting her there on her dream, but you never know. Things might change as we get this journey going. All right, let's see what our rivals are doing then. And what's up, Cheren?
Okay, let's go meet the professor.
I'm excited to meet the professor. I feel like the professor has already known about us, so she's probably expecting us to come in here, and we'll see what she has to say.
Hi there, I've been waiting for young people. Let me introduce myself again. My name is...
We know. Your name is Slim Shady. I got it. Now, okay, Professor Juniper. Okay, we got you, Professor Juniper. Now, one more thing about the Nuzlocke is that you do have to nickname your Pokemon. So that is something that we're going to be doing very, very soon. Hopefully, the professor will actually let us do it. And there we have it. Now, I've thought of a pretty cool nickname for this Pokemon, and I think you guys will like it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and call our little ducklet. Let me go ahead and type it in. We're going to call it Daffy. So there we go. Daffy Ducklet. Get it? Daffy Ducklet? I like that. I think that's a really clever name, and I think that'll be a really good name for our starter.
It's for the Pokedex, right? Pokedex? I am astonished. Nice work, Cheren. You have already studied Pokemon extensively, haven't you? Let me explain everything from the beginning. The Pokedex is a high-tech device.
So apparently the professor is going to go ahead and give us the Pokedex here for the Unova region. Now, our adventure is very, very close to taking off, and I can't wait. I'm telling you guys, this adventure is going to be the best adventure we've had to date, and I'm so happy and excited to be doing this alongside you guys. So we've gone ahead and obtained our Pokedex. The professor wants to meet us at Route 1, and let's go ahead and make our way there as well, because something really, really important is going to happen at Route 1 that is going to kick off our adventure in a very good way. So let's go ahead and make our way out of here. We gotta find ourselves some running shoes. I'm telling you guys that. We gotta get ourselves some running shoes here very, very soon, hopefully.
Oh, there you are. And what did Professor have to say? She asked you to complete the Pokedex. Well, I can. I already know she was gonna ask. That's why I brought you 3 of these town maps. Take them with you.
So there we go. We also got the town map as well. I guess, maybe our mom, deep down, wants us to find our way back home.
That's so sweet, Mom. You're giving me the feels, Mom. You're giving me the feels.
I don't need this right now when I'm about to head out on this adventure, all right? I don't need the feels, Mom, all right? You could have just been mean to us like you've been your whole life, not cooking us any waffles. You could have just been keeping that up. But you had to go ahead and tell us that, Mom. Now, I don't know if I want to head out of here. No, yeah, we definitely do. Yeah, we definitely do. We want to start off this adventure. Have a great trip too, Mom. See you later. Hope you have fun, doing your own thing.
If I use the town map, I always know where I am. That's certainly helpful. Shall we head to Route 1?
Yeah, let's go ahead and actually make our way to Route 1. Everyone is super excited to begin their journey, and I am as well. So let's go ahead and see what the professor has been waiting for us to get there for. You never know. The professor seems to be just going everywhere these days.
Rodri, it's this way. Bianca says that we're starting a journey together. She wants us all to take our first step at the same time. Hey, Rodri, let's all take our first step on Route 1 together. Okay, here we go. 1, 2...
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially arrived in Route 1, so our adventure begins. Let's go see what the professor has to say.
Now that everyone's here, I'll explain. The Pokedex page is update.
Okay, so it looks like the professor is actually just going to go ahead and catch a Pokemon. So this is something very, very simple. We'll just have to watch her go and catch this little Patrat. Now, the Pokemon in this route have already been randomized. As I said, every Pokemon on every route, all these little patches of grass are going to be random. So we're going to have to hope that we get something really, really good here. Because I'm telling you guys right now, as soon as we cross this patch of grass, a Pokemon is going to come out. And that's gonna hopefully be our number 2. So we just gotta be ready for everything, and that's what I love about this Randomizer Nuzlocke. I really do hope you guys have as much fun as I am once we get going and start off this adventure, because I just know we are gonna get ourselves into a bunch of trouble and have a really, really good time. I can't wait to see all the surprises that are in store for us, and I'm really excited to share that with you. It looks like Professor Juniper caught the Pat Rat, so that wasn't too difficult. She did a really great job with that. So, hey, good job, Professor Juniper. Maybe you should have been a Pokemon trainer. Who knows? She's like, did you see that? She's bragging about catching the little level 2 Pat Rat. All right, Professor Juniper, I see you. With that though, ladies and gentlemen, she has a gift for us, which are the Pokeballs. As soon as we obtain the Pokeballs, the Randomizer Nuzlocke officially begins. So here we have it. We have obtained our Pokeballs, and our adventure is officially on its way. So Professor Juniper is going to go ahead, tell us a little bit more. She's going to make her way to Accumula Town and see what our friends have to say. She forgot to say the Pokemon jump out in the tall grass. I'm heading to Accumula Town too.
I think I'll go too. I'm looking forward to the next town so I can go shopping for Pokeballs. Wait a minute! Hey, listen, Rodri, Cheren, I thought of something fun.
But we need to get going.
Would you listen to Sec? Seriously? Why don't we just see who can catch the most Pokemon? Person carrying the most Pokemon, including the one received from Juniper, wins.
Huh? Actually, that sounds fun. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a contest here to see who can catch the most Pokemon. Now, we're going to be catching a lot of Pokemon throughout our routes, so make sure you guys leave me some tips and comments on what's coming up. Make sure you guys give this video a like, as it really does help the series. Next time, we'll continue from here. I hope you guys are excited as I am to begin this Randomizer Nuzlocke. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.